All right, and we're here with.
Hello, my name is Mike Elmore, and I'm a D&D-aholic.
We're going to talk about your character in the campaign. I'm going to do the format a little bit different, the way I probably should have for Jax's character. We'll talk about when did you start playing D&D?
Um, well, playing with myself, about 5, 6 years old.
Yeah.
Went to our garage sale and found the old AD&D books for sale.
Oh yeah.
And bought those, went home, read them cover to cover. Always wanted to play, but none of my friends would, because that was
So there's been that stigma, especially if
Yeah.
you're raised around a religious
yeah,
area.
that
Whatever.
was
Yeah.
that was nerdy stuff, and I lived in the Bible Belt,
Yeah,
so
I can relate.
yeah.
Definitely.
But yeah, I just read the books, and then I had got a copy of Shadowrun, and I was like, oh my god, I want to play this.
Yeah.
And then finally, when I was 22, I think, I had a friend of mine who wanted to run a game of Vampire the Masquerade. So I was like, oh yes, finally, some people who want to do role-playing games. Yes,
Yeah.
I'll jump in there. And ended up playing a gangrel character who loved talking to animals. And while everyone else was out having a firefight, I was talking to the ducks at the pond.
I played a lot of D&D myself, and or role-playing games in the military, and Vampire was one of those we played a lot of.
Yeah.
We played some cutthroat Vampire though. It got pretty bad.
Yeah, I finally found some friends when I moved up here that played D&D, and so I finally got to play like an actual D&D session.
What edition was it?
That was,
Do you remember?
I think, 3.5 they were playing.
Yeah.
And then when I lived out in Albuquerque, they did the 4th edition D&D encounters, because I didn't really know anybody out there, so I was like, yeah, I'll go to this. It's just, show up and play.
Right. And those original books were probably was that original? You said AD.
Yeah.
Original,
Yeah.
AD&D stuff. Yeah. So what's your character name in the campaign? What's your character?
My character is a ladron rogue named Vic Mill. I would describe his look, but it changes hour to hour, day to day.
Right.
He's an Eladrin, but he's bald. His normal form is bald, very pale, and he grew up in a world where being an Eladrin was very frowned upon. So he spent his entire life trying to not look Eladrin, and that has carried over. Now that he has his earrings of disguise. Yeah, he can cast disguise self at will now. So he's got tons of looks.
In his background, he's from like he got framed or something, right?
Yeah, he grew up in orphanages. Got kicked out when they found out when his Eladrin features started to appear. Because as a kid, he just looked like any other elf. And he got kicked out for being a Eladrin and kind of turned to the life of the streets. Learned the tricks of the trade and how to pickpocket and normal criminal behavior. As he got older, he was kind of made a name for himself for doing a few things, and he got hired to kill he was like a city diplomat. He didn't get a lot of details about who it was. He just knew it was money. Kill somebody, get paid. He was okay for that. And when he went in to do the job, he ended up killing someone that he wasn't expecting and got thrown in jail for it. And thankfully, a mysterious benefactor pulled some strings and got his friend framed for it rather than him. So he got let out of jail, and he feels somewhat guilty because it was his best friend who's been serving this time. And once he realized he had a second chance, he decided to take all the stuff he learned on the streets and turn it into an actual career and become a private investigator. Instead of committing the crimes, he would go out and find the people that were doing them.
What's some of Vic Mill's current goals in the game?
Well, to not kill his party members.
Not attack random.
Do not attack random royalty.
Yeah.
Right now, he is the Keeper of the Dale representative for the Baltor Constitution. So he's getting more into some politics.
Politics that you didn't want to do much with?
That he didn't want to do much with. But, I mean, he can use that to his advantage, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Right now, he's wanting to just, help out as much as he can with, the mission of the Keepers.
What do you think of the campaign so far, then?
Oh, it's been a whirlwind. When I came into the game, we were looking for, the most OP swords ever to exist.
Yeah.
And chaos ensued, and people were lost and gained, and it's been a lot of fun. It's been very difficult to try and keep track of.
It's been something, definitely. They caused a lot of chaos.
Yeah, it's been a blast, and most of the chaos is Vic Mill's fault. So
yeah. I mean, and so the most memorable moment with Vic Mill.
There's so many.
Something that stands out.
Yeah. The biggest things are the attack on the king, which was a spur-of-the-moment thing for both Vic Mill and me.
And DM?
Yeah, and DM.
We just got done talking about this. Okay.
But it was a spontaneous move all around. I didn't, as a player, know that I was going to do that until it happened.
Yeah. Like Misty Step, sword to his throat.
Yep.
What? All the other players look on their faces were like, wait, what just happened? What do we do? Pretend we're helping? I don't know what to do right now.
I wish we had the camera set up so that you all could have seen their faces.
Especially, I think Dave especially.
Dave,
you're going to watch this, but Dave's face was like, wait,
what did you do? What do you... Are you... No. Yeah. You did that?
It's something else.
Yeah. And then, my other favorite thing was, trying to unintentionally kill the paladin by throwing fire on a web.
Oh, that has to be mine. That has to be mine. Like the funniest thing, getting knocked out on the web and then
because I totally
and burning the web away.
Because honestly, I thought the web was covering solid floor and going up a wall.
Yeah.
I had no idea there was a 200-foot drop, and the paladin happened to be standing on the web.
He lived though. So he had a lot of hit points. He lived. He's a tank. So
well, he died and we revived. But it's been a blast.
Cool.
Yep.
Anything else you want to add? To...
I love that you're now recording the sessions because I enjoy watching them back.
I think you're probably those 50 views I'm getting then.
Probably just refresh.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for doing this. And see you.